Time now for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Friday morning, October 14th, 2016. Good morning to you all on this lovely Friday morning, October 14th, 2016. You know your news and odds. Top story at 7:31 time on this Friday morning. There's everyone knew he was a cat. The media is out to get him, and the allegations seem suspicious, politically motivated. As also one of the key reactions, swing state leaders, GOP leaders, one day after the new Senate revelation about Donald Trump's conduct toward women. While Trump flip-flops on whether women's sexual allegations should be believed. Thousands of time owners have lined the streets of Bangkok as the body of King Bumbleball, Adelaide, was moved from a hospital to the Royal Palace. Washington Post is marked by clubs aiming in championship threats. The year 1988 for the Dodgers does not conjure the scene since a desperation that 1908 with the Cubs or even 1948 with the Indians. Well, JP Morgan and Chase Committee posted a profit that beat analysts estimate on a 48% surge in the fixed income revenue for by trading on the government bonds up in the UK. A convoy of Iraqi security forces advanced on the outskirts of Mosul to fight against Islamic State militants in the Kirkuk, Iraq. On Wednesday, as Islamic State crushed the rebellion part of the Mosul as army closes in. Johannesburg, conflicting reports emerged on Friday about whether the first negotiated release of some Chibok schoolgirls kidnapped by Boko Haram in Nigeria in 2014 involving a ransom pay a prisoner swap for Islamic extremist commanders. Nobel Prize winner and Libyan President Juan Manuel Santos had extended the ceasefire with AFRC rebels to keep life in the nation's open the decades of strife. UK's Brexit vote at no constitutional substance court here. Not only has Michelle Obama delivered two of the best speeches supported Hillary Clinton's 2016 campaign, she also provided the Democratic nominee campaign that's an official slogan. At 10:33 p.m. on August 21st, 2015, Hillary Clinton's lead speechwriter sent an email with a subject line script and draft of a video addressed to the supporters where Clinton would try to explain the private email system she used. Retrial and Tipot's case starts with a tough question who considers jury. Donald Trump's votes could be key to misery, Senate win for Democrats. Abuja, Nigeria. The wife of the president of Nigeria may support in the re-election unless he shakes up the government, she said Friday. New Delhi. Russia and India are expected to sign an agreement for Moscow to deliver S-400 Triumph anti-aircraft weapon system. Antalya, Turkey. Two explosive rockets hit the popular resort town of Antalya in southern Turkey on Friday, according to local media. No casualties have been reported. Washington. Israeli leaders and the U.S. presidential candidates slammed the UN committee resolution Thursday night to denies Jewish ties to Jerusalem at the Temple Mount. Los Angeles, a teenager convicted of the murder of a student in the University of Southern California, the first of 4 people involved in a crime to face trial. Boston, 40 days say Boston man is headed to prison for failing to have a man and injured 2 others at a party. Suffolk County District Attorney Daniel Connolly's office says 35-year-old Chris Perez was sentenced Thursday to 14 and 19 years state prison for killing, along with 2 concurrent terms he pleaded guilty to charges of including involuntary manslaughter. Prosecutors say Perez got identified with 23-year-old Rafael Guzman at a party in December 2014 after Guzman told players to leave 2 women alone. They said the fight ended with Perez stabbing and killing Guzman in the hallway outside the party. Denver. HP Incorporated will cut between 3,000 to 4,000 jobs over the next 3 years as part of the restructuring plan that worked out by the company. Manchester, New York, the major Xerox shareholder has filed a lawsuit to block the printing and business process outsourcing John from breaking off into 2 separately publicly traded companies. The chief executive Hershey Company, the chocolate company, the Oreo cookie maker, Bundle International tried to acquire earlier this year is purpose set down the next time the company said it released. In an interview with CNBC, Lou explained that in the new requirement on port saving against the U.S. to defend versions and increase tax avoidance. Denver protests against the North Dakota oil pipeline that some authorities have said are violent support a push to hold oil and gas leases online, Becker said. Edmonton, Alberta needed a forward-looking strategy to make the most out of the vast wealth of natural resources of the state and economy, provincial leader said. Sacramento, California becomes the 14th coastal state in the country to form a task force examining the potential of wind wave energy, the federal government said. Washington, U.S. Department of Treasury announced new rules on Thursday that aim to limit the tax benefit of corporate diversions. Now, look at your stocks now. Down 45 for 26 and 18,098.94. SP 5 trading with 32.55. Nasdaq 5 213.33. A massive comet may have slammed into Earth about 56 million years ago, triggering an instant global warming, a new study suggested. More than 2 galaxies are located in the depths of space and 2% of the galaxies that the observable universe is about 10 times more than galaxies that were previously thought to exist. Long percent to Mexico, 220 maybe the year after the private space station gets off the ground. 2 companies, Bigelow Aerospace and XCM Space, plan to launch habitat modules that are orbited in 2020, aiming at making somebody off Earth. They're in the development 3 Miami area neighborhoods to divide where mosquitoes that transmitted virus to people. The Centers of Disease Control and Prevention Water Healthcare provider patients and device can be used open arteries can be contaminated. New York twin baby boys conjoined with the head were successfully separated early Friday at the Children's Hospital for Medical Center in the Bronx. Democratic President nominee Hillary Clinton revealed her stance on the GIV debate today during a subsequent fundraiser. Yes, the country divided by the practically every congratulated financial equity will please one group. Republican insiders are rapidly losing confidence in Donald Trump's ability to win their states after a nightmare 7 days stretch to begin with the release of a tape of the now GOP presidential nominee making sexually aggressive remarks. Peter Joe News Time. It's 7:36 on this Friday morning, and it's time now for a New England Intelligence report in Manchester after Edge 11.6 ALS for Delta River Sauce, responded 293 7 at exit 4 for a motor vehicle tractor trailer accident. Very heavy traffic. We'll have more of that coming up in traffic center with Peter Cello Morning News. And now sports time here. The Boston Bruins started off the regular season, defeated Columbus Blue Jackets 6-3. The LA Dodgers move on to NLCS. Defeating the Washington Nationals 4-3, and the Dodgers beat the Cubs. San Diego rookie draft class played a starter role on Thursday night, leading the Chargers to a 13 victory over the Denver Broncos in Week 6. Colorado Rockies keeper team out celebrates the 10 wins at a second half NML soccer game against the San Jose Earthquakes as Rapids grab supporter Shield lead with a 2-1 win over San Jose. The price of the qualified offers for Major League Baseball free agents would be $17.2 billion this year. The figure at Thursday is up 8.9% from $15.8 billion last year. Peter Cello News is now 7:37 on this Friday morning, and it's time now for a traffic and transit report. Baby! Let's tell you off the MBTA where they have the MBTA subway system is looking good on the commuter rail. Fitchburg Train 40163 from North Station up in 1020 Mississippi go between Littleton and Wachusett. Fitchburg Train 40658 from Minnesota to Fitchburg spot for 1520 Mississippi go through the freight train Fruits. Worcester Train 505 758 from South Station up at 1050 minutes go between Yawkey and Worcester due to train traffic, and Havel Train 2 make local stops to the low line and accommodate passengers waiting for cancel train 392. Havel Train 206 will make scheduled stops at the Winchester Center and West Medford to accommodate passengers from cancel train 304. Local train 391 743 from North Station to cancel today. All train passengers consider taking train 309 868 from North Station and local train 392 is canceled. Train 201 will make local stops on the low line and accommodate passengers. And Rockford Train 167 from Rockford will work in cluster and is expected in about 20-30 minutes beyond schedule. And now, look at was in Bowies of New England on this Friday morning here. Let's say off down in Connecticut, where 95 southbound is expected to Bridgeport all the way down to Greenwich, Connecticut, 95 minutes. Northbound side also around the Milford, Connecticut stretch. Merritt Parkway is southbound side about Bridgeport down to Stepford. Interstate 84 westbound side of also the Newtown stretch. And 84 eastbound side of also around Route 80 Waterbury, Connecticut. 84 eastbound side back to New Britain down to Hartford. 84 westbound side of also Hartford, Connecticut. 91 is southbound side back to 291 at 291 at 84 downtown Hartford, Connecticut. 91 on the northbound side of also Middletown ahead to downtown Hartford, Connecticut. Route 201 westbound side, Little at Interstate 84. 291 on westbound side, Little from 84 91. 91 on the northbound side is back to 57 and 291 in Springfield. 190 on the northbound side is back to the West Boston stretch. 190 in the southbound side, Little at 290. 290 eastbound side, Little at Route 9 and then Worcester, and then hit basically around Route 495 out of Worcester. 146 to the southbound side is backed up from North Smithfield all the way at the Lincoln. 99 the northbound side, Little at 122 out in Woonsocket. Route 60 eastbound side is backed up with Justin down to Providence. 95 of the northbound side, Little at Route 4 out of East Greenwich. And then basically from Route 37 in Crescent all the way at the 195 Providence. 195 westbound side back to around St. Concrete to downtown Providence. 95 to the southbound side is back to the second out to downtown Providence. 6 second actor sold from Route 6 to 95 downtown Providence. 95 on the northbound side is effective around Nepal Street in Canada, Route 120 Kenton. 24 on the northbound side is also from 139, Southern Route 128 Kenton. Route 3 on the northbound side is effective from 3rd Street, Hingham to Braintree Split. 28 on the northbound side of Low Side Board Water. 28 on the southbound side of the board bridge. It's slow. Sideboard bridge is looking good. With 60 eastbound side. Little Side Route 144 Dennis. 120 on the southbound side is effective from 24 in Randolph area to Braintree Split. 120 on the northbound side is effective from Route 1 in Norwood on the way out to Route 20 Wall. Fam. Mass Parking eastbound side is effective at Framingham all the way out to the Southeast Expressway Boston. Mass Parking on the westbound side. It's slow from East Boston all the way to the South Boston. South Expressway, the northbound side, a little slow for the Braintree Split all the way at the Dorchester. South Expressway, southbound side is effective from Dorchester all the way out to Quincy. 93 to the southbound side is effective from Stoneham all the way to the State Bridge, Boston. 93 to the northbound side is effective from Bedford all the way to Stoneham. Route 1 in the southbound side is effective from Southwest all the way out to Revere. Route 2 eastbound side is effective from Route 60 Belmont all the way to the Fresh Park Parkway, Cambridge. Route 2 westbound side is slow on Route 128 on Lexington. 120 southbound side is effective from 120 on Redden all the way at Route 2 in Lexington. Route 120 to the northbound side of Lowell around. Route 3 Merleton around the Redden stretch. Mass Parking interchange with 195 at Westboro. Little Salt. Route 2 to the eastbound side it is backed up around after 190 in Leicester. Route 2 eastbound side Little Salt Fishville Leicester stretch. Route 2 eastbound side is a little slow around. Route 111 in Acton. Route 3 is southbound side is backed up from Tingsboro all the way out to Bill Wicker to Deputy get around. Route 120 out of Merleton. 9395. It's looking good from 128 to the New Hampshire border. 93 on the northbound side it is. Backed up after Derry, New Hampshire, just before 293 in Manchester, New Hampshire. 93 southbound side back around Derry, New Hampshire. Every turn back to the southbound side of Lowell, Manchester, New Hampshire, Route 293. And then the bits get around the Manchester Airport. 95 on the southbound side of Lowell, Hampton Tolls. Up in Maine. 295 on the southbound side of Lowell, just before the Falmouth Portland, Maine. And Autowood 50 on the northbound side of Lowell, 7 Quebec, and towards Montreal. And Interstate 87 on the southbound side of Lowell from Red Lake, to Detroit. Route 7 in the eastbound side of Lowell for Interstate 87. New York State 3 is Little Salt from Schenectady down for Interstate 87 in Albany, New York. Peter Cheldusab is out 7:43 on this Friday morning, and it's time now for a weather report. The latest on Nicole, same location 35.4 to the north, 59.2 to the west. Max the same with 85 miles an hour, and moving east northeast at 21 miles an hour. And the latest fog advisory to Nicole. Nicole waits to east northeast wind over the Atlantic and large swells spread in the northward along the U.S. East Coast and into Atlantic Canada. And there are no coast watch warning in effect at 5 a.m. The southern hurricane Nicole was located in latitude 35.4 in the north, longitude 59.2 to the west. Nicole is moving toward the east northeast to 21 miles an hour. This general motion is expected to do today with increase in force speed expected on Saturday. Max Zane was under 85 miles an hour with higher gusts and weakness forecasted during the next 12 to 24 hours. But Nicole is expected to be in a powerful cyclone, and even when it could become a post-tropical cyclone on Saturday. Hurricane force is at 10 hours at 70 miles an hour from the center of tropical storm force winds at 10 hours at 205 miles an hour. The estimated intercepted pressure 965 millibars with rain for 58 inches. Swells associated with Nicole will continue to affect Birmingham in the United States East Coast from the Carolinas northward for the next couple of days. Swells from Nicole will begin to affect the coastline of Atlantic on Friday and continuing into the weekend. The swells will create dangerous surf conditions and rip currents. Please refer to products being issued by a local weather office for more information. Looking at the radar, and it's looking good for the New England states, but out in the Pacific Northwest, this is patchy rain showers stretching from northwest Washington up into the southwestern British Columbia, and line of rain showers from central Oregon and up in the eastern Oregon, up into northern Idaho and northwestern Montana and southern Idaho. But tomorrow, there could be a storm that could bring a lot of wind and rain and could have some power outages that are definitely possible for tomorrow, as a storm system going to be barreling toward region for tomorrow night and Sunday. Okay, take a look at how's the weather out day. What today to that freeze warning day 27 Saturday for Thursday freeze warning. Freeze warning remains effective from 2 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern time on Saturday. Location including ports of it to eastern and southeastern Massachusetts. Temperature ranging in the upper 20s, low 30s. Time in between 2 a.m. and 9 a.m. on Saturday morning. Impacts temperatures will be below freezing. Sensitive vegetation to the left unprotected will be killed. A freeze warning means that sub-freezing temperatures in the region are highly likely. These conditions will kill crops that have a sensitive vegetation. Alright, 70 forecast goes like this. Today, sun's got about 60 degrees. Let off wind. Winds could gust tonight 24 miles an hour. For tonight, punch about first after 11 p.m. Otherwise, close got about 31 degrees. Calm begin in the north around 5 miles an hour. Saturday, areas are possible for Friday morning. Sun's got about 62 degrees. Light variable wind. Saturday night, most close got about 37 degrees. Calm wind. For Sunday, sun's got about 71 degrees. Light south wind becoming the southwest from 5 to 10 miles in the morning. Winds could gust tonight 24 miles an hour. For Saturday night, check the shot bay after 3 a.m. Most guys got about 50 degrees. Just mentioned 30%. Monday, check the shot before noon. Putty said the most guys about 73 about 52 degrees. Just mentioned 40%. Tuesday, Putty said the podcast about 75 about 51 degrees. For Wednesday, touch of summer, most of the guys about 70 about 50 degrees. For Thursday, check the shots, Putty says about 65 degrees. Just mentioned 30%. Currently not near 80s. First, guys, and we have a temperature of 42 degrees with humidity at 91%. That is going to be it for the Peter Channel Morning News on this October 14th, 2016 on a Friday morning. I'm Peter. Hope you have a good morning, a good positive. Hope you have a good day.